Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good morning. First of all, kita nak mengalu-alukan kedatangan para pelajar ke tutorial pertama dalam kursus anda untuk semester ini, dan subjek learning skills for ODL ataupun Open and Distance Learners ni merupakan satu mata pelajaran wajib. It is a compulsory subject which has to be taken by all students of OUM, regardless whichever level you're at. Either you are doing degree or you're doing a postgraduate study. Okay, now learning skills for ODL. The code used for exam purposes is OUMH1103. Okay, baiklah. Learning skills for open and distance learners. What do we think are the objectives or the real purpose, or how it can help us to become better, effective, and ultimately become independent learners? In other words, we want to help you, guide you to learn how to learn, and eventually you can continue with your lifelong learning mission forever and ever. Now, I'm going to first use some slides to help share some information with you about learning skills in topic 1. Here, the course objectives, as you can see, I'm not good at this. Alright, is to help you manage your learning. At the end of this topic, you should be able to capitalize on learning methodologies at OUM. Secondly, learn to manage stress. Thirdly, learn to set goals. Fourthly, analyze time management strategies. Fifth, identify ways that you can improve your concentration. And the last one, but not the least, is to help you to learn to be a winner in all your endeavors in whatever that you wish to do. Okay? Now, before we look into all these wonderful objectives and things that we want you to be able to do, let's get some inspiration from some of the great people in this world. For example, the all too well known Muhammad Ali, the greatest boxing champion of all times. Okay, some really nice words of wisdom that he shares with everyone. Now, before he became the champ, he said to all those people who are his greatest fans, what did he say before he became the champ? He says, I am the greatest. Fair enough. Now, what did he say after he became the champ? He's still the greatest, and when he's no longer the champ, no longer in the limelight, or maybe doesn't have all that, frantically screaming fans around him, he still says that he is the greatest. So from the day that he was not the champ till he became the champ, and even though he's no longer the champ, in fact he's quite sick and coming through with his illness, he still says that he is the greatest. He is his best motivator, if you ask me. Okay? That's because he has a great personal goal in his life. And this word of wisdom should also help you to plan for your future learning goals at OUM and in your life to come after that, which is, let you be guided by this. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. We know that all too well. All right? Sometimes we go into something without really going into all the intricacies of what need to be done, and when things go kaput or they don't work out as it should, that's because you have not really put your heart, mind and soul into the actual planning and the contingency of what you might or might not be able to accomplish. So it's important for you to plan before you even begin to continue with what you want to do. Right? You have a goal, you come up with a planner, you also must have the skills. So as student, you have your plan, what you want to do, your goal you want to accomplish, but don't forget, you're not able to get all these things done or fruitful or successful unless you have some skills with you. So in this learning skills course, inshallah, we will provide you, equip you, guide you, and give you some tips on how to acquire the learning skills you need as a student, okay, for this course and the rest of your graduate years at OUM. Okay? So now we come back to an essential question: what skills do you require as an OUM student? Okay, so the skills that you need to have and to know, to have, and to make it a part of your tools that you need to succeed in life is to be able to know how to manage the environment that you are in, your learning environment especially. Okay? Secondly, you should be also able to have the skills to take notes and make notes. Alright? To become successful and efficient readers. Okay, a third essential skill needed as an OUM learner or student, you must have some effective presentation skills, because part of your assessment as a student here is through oral presentation. So that skill must be there. Next is assessment method. What skills you need to be able to do your project, to do your assignment, to do your report, or even to take part in quiz. What skills do you need to be able to become effective and successful students? Another equally important one, which also our Prime Minister has kept on emphasizing, is read, read, read. So I cannot underemphasize or overemphasize the need for all of us, especially us, to be able to read well. Not just reading well, but having the skills that enable you to become effective and efficient readers. Okay? So those are the skills you need. Now we go to the first one. Remember the first skill that you need to have as a learner at OUM particularly? Managing your learning environment. Kita mengurus ya persekitaran pembelajaran kita. So apa dia itu? So you need to know what is the learning environment like at OUM. Okay, now let's see. What does it say here for you? Okay, I'll show you all the three different scenario or different dimension of the learning environment at OUM. It says here, face-to-face learning is one such environment. Self-managed learning, online learning. Okay, this, in short, we call the blended mode of learning. That is the approach or methodology, okay? Learning methodology at OUM, okay? The blended approach is essentially made up of multi-mode strategies. And what are these different modes of learning? Face-to-face, on your own, and another one is when you are on the internet or using the OUM portal, the various tools at the My LMS to help you interact and share information, or even for you to, send messages to each other to help you become successful learners. Now, if we take the first one, face-to-face learning, ini is what happens when you come to the physical classroom. That's what's happening now in our classroom, in our tutorial, where you have, in your entire one semester, you have 5 tutorials that is part of the parcel or the package. You have to come for T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. So that is called face-to-face learning, or sometimes they use this simple acronym, F to F, face-to-face learning.